Y'all, the Disney adults done did it. The Disney adults done did it. Disney done lost $3.87 billion. This is crazy. We ain't getting no more new series, no more new movies for a hot minute.
I just seen that Disney Plus lost 3 to 4 billion in amount of 3 to 4 days because people has canceled their subscriptions, trips, time capsules, anything that you can think of that had Disney Plus connected to it. They canceled it. Okay. And so I did see this morning that I guess people from Disney are there like apologizing, saying they didn't, whatever it is, I guess to get people to come back. But a lot of people are like, we're done, we're finished, because of course the Jimmy Kimmel situation. But then, see, because how my mind works, I was okay, they lost 3 to 4 billion, but it's Disney. So then how much do they actually make within a year? So of course I'm going to go Google. It's the teacher in me to want to know. So I Googled, and they make about 94 to 95 billion in 1 year. So I'm like, okay, y'all are apologizing, but at the same time, like, you're still good, right? But then they tend to forget, people tend to forget, or the people at the top make all this money, they forget that we are the one who hold the power when it comes to all of this stuff. And if we wanted to shut America down when it comes to all these corporations, all this money, making all this money, we could.
Apparently Disney ain't know how serious this shit could get. As of today, Disney lost about $4 billion for playing around with the play around. Mind you, you got people that work for Disney, stars, etc., saying boycott Disney, Hulu, everything else. Shit's so serious on that Hulu app. When you try to cancel it, because you know that shit is $9.99 a month, they telling you, hold on, wait a minute. Don't cancel. We'll give it to you for $2.99 a month for the next X, Y, and Z, and then it'll go back to $9.99 a month. Now, we don't want that. Ask Target, ask Walmart, and ask everybody else who went against the grain how they got their understanding. See, what everybody got to understand is that you got the big company, but we have to spend the money. So I say that to say this. Don't let them keep playing with us. As long as we allow them to keep playing with us, they're going to play with us, and they're going to do shit they're not supposed to do. That shit that they did, I don't want to mention it, because you know how TikTok is, but they wasn't supposed to do it. Regardless of who told them to do it, they was not supposed to do it. So keep showing Disney. Make them an example. I'm out.
So Disney is learning in real time about the dangers of biting the hands that feed you. Because in the wake of Disney canceling Jimmy Kimmel Live due to comments, mild comments at that he made in regards to the Charlie Kirk shooting, the far right's reaction to it, and how Donnie doesn't even really seem to care about Charlie Kirk, millions, and I mean millions of people have canceled their Disney Plus, their Hulu subscription, their ESPN subscription. People are canceling their trips to Disney World and Disneyland. They're canceling their Disney cruises. And I, for one, am shocked at the lack of foresight that these executives, that Bob Iger had in this situation.
If we're supposed to be boycotting Hulu and Disney Plus, what am I supposed to do? Go back to basic cable? Like, I'm down for the cause, trust and believe. But I need a substitution first before I just quit cold turkey.
Man, shut your bitch up. But this is a good conversation to have. Protests and boycotts are not supposed to be comfortable, because we are not comfortable, right? We're watching the government dictate who can say what, right? Our freedom of speech is under attack. The government is stepping in and saying, hey, we're going to take away licensing, and Disney is rolling over for that, right? So, and even so, you're even seeing, there was one lady, I'm going to show the video. There's one lady who shows that as you're canceling your subscription, they are trying to give you a better deal. I think it's like $2.99 for 6 months, which basically we're halfway through the year. So basically you're going to get $2.99 going into next year. You get what I'm saying? And that lets me know a couple things. Number one, they don't have to account for inflation. Because if they had to account for inflation, why would you offer me $2.99? Why would you offer me that low? And then after that 6 months, it goes up to, I think, $9.99. And I think it's at $10.99 right now. So what you're seeing in the midst of this is that people are greedy. These people are greedy. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing greed. And it took a boycott to show that these people are absolutely greedy when it comes to the services and things of that nature.
Disney messed up big time, man. They're finding out that they fumbled on the bag, man. It is reported that Disney is actually losing $4 billion, after firing Jimmy Kimmel. Americans are fed up with these corporations taking them for granted, man. They actually, forget that the people have the real power, and the only language that these corporations actually listen to is the power of your wallet. And that's exactly what Americans have done. Black Americans all over. When Black Americans decide to boycott you, they end playing. They did that to Target, they did it to Walmart, they did it to Amazon. All these companies that rolled back their DI. Now it's happening to Disney, because Disney actually tried to attack freedom of speech, and people are not happy about it. They are out there, boycotting everything Disney, ABC, Disney Plus, Hulu, everything Disney people are boycotting. Had reports of a lady who canceled a whole wedding from happening at Disney Park. Can you believe that? A whole wedding, someone canceling that. Well, it's crazy. Now Disney is freaking out. They are looking, and considering, going into talks with Jimmy Kimmel, because Jimmy Kimmel and his team went ahead and sued Disney for breach of contract for over $1 billion. Can you believe that? Well, the boycott is working, and Disney is now begging Americans not to cancel their subscription, man, because their website is actually crashing, and they are offering discounts, left, right, and center, trying to get people not to cancel their subscriptions. But a lot of Americans are not buying this. Let's take a look at these videos that I've sampled for you. I'm Profez, your presenter for today. Let's take a look. I'll be back with more commentary after this.
Disney has lost $4 billion since firing Jimmy Kimmel.
What happened?
Disney owns ABC, who fired Jimmy Kimmel for using his free speech, all because he made a joke about Trump and Charlie Kirk. So people instantly started to unsubscribe from Disney, Hulu, and all the other companies they own. As a result, Disney lost $4 billion in evaluation in one night.
How was the $4 billion calculated?
They lost $4 billion in market value alone because people are disavowing using Disney ever again, or as much as they can. So that doesn't even count for all the subscriptions and lack of tickets they're going to sell, include all the merch people used to buy. This is a countrywide boycott. It's also going to affect any Disney collaboration opportunities, making investors lose confidence. Some people are saying, why do people care this much about Jimmy Kimmel getting fired over that? They'll ruin Disney.
Do the right thing and you won't be boycotted.
You mean like Target? But if you like Disney-owned apps like Hulu, why would you stop watching it because you didn't like one thing they did?
Because if we sit idly by and allow this to happen, this will only get worse for me and you in the future.
I didn't understand any of that. If I want to go to Disneyland, I'm going to go to Disneyland.
You don't even have money for Disneyland.
The power is in the people 2024. I'm still gonna go to Disneyland. That's my benefits.
Man, you people were serious on Disney. Disney, $3 billion estimated loss in just maybe 3 or 4 days. You guys really had a long talk with Disney. $3 billion. People were canceling their timeshare vacations. They're canceling literal ownership of timeshare condos. They're canceling lifetime memberships with Disney World. I'm witnessing a empire lose. And the people are speaking, and they're speaking very loud. I mean, I know people that are literally canceling memberships that they've had for decades. Man, Disney, you really stepped on your own ass. And quite frankly, I don't think bringing Jimmy Kimmel back is going to do anything except fuel the fire of pissed that people are at you right now. You really underestimated your fan base. You made a decision that hurt the quality of your reputation, and now you must sit back and face the lashes.
What did you think was going to happen when they chose to side with one of the most evil administrations and most unpopular presidents in the history of America and not do right by Jimmy Kimmel? What did they think was going to happen? Did Bob Iger, because I guarantee he's the one that made the decision, did he really think that people would just get mad for a little bit and then move on? No. People are legitimately angry right now at the way this administration is moving. And for these people to see you, Disney, the company that produced a show called Andor, which is a Star Wars show about the dangers of fascism and the importance of fighting back, to see that company capitulate to Donald Trump over a thinly veiled threat from the head of the SEC is crazy. Now, full disclosure, I am a huge stan for Marvel Studios. I have been watching these movies since I was in high school, and I've seen every single one of them multiple times. But I will also be boycotting Disney and everything they fucking own until they put that man back on the air. Because Jimmy Kimmel didn't do anything wrong, number one. And two, and more importantly, I believe that Disney has an obligation to stand up for what's right because they are a massive company. And for a massive company like Disney to serve up free speech on a platter to this evil-ass administration is a very dangerous precedent to set, and it only enables them lunatics in the White House right now.
I find it hard to believe that I'm the only one who thinks it's crazy that we're living in a country of over 340 million people, yet we're being controlled by a few hundred. And what's really crazy about that is that they have us believing that we don't have any power. Like we honestly, as a people, feel powerless. And that's the complete opposite. I'll take the recent situation that just happened with Jimmy Kimmel. September 17th, he says something about Charlie Kirk. And now, mind you, he didn't say anything disrespectful about Charlie Kirk dying. He was joking about how Trump was handling Charlie Kirk's death. And they canceled him from his own show that he's been doing for quite some time. Well, since ABC canceled him and ABC is now under Disney, the people did not like that. And they're starting to see that our First Amendment of freedom of speech has been jeopardized. You say one wrong thing about a group of people, one wrong thing that doesn't fit with their agenda, and they cancel you. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I love how the people handled it. They canceled so many of their Hulu and Disney subscriptions. And what did that do to Disney? It made their value go down by $4 billion. Go look it up right now. But that's the power that we have as Americans, as consumers. All the people are at the top because of us. Even in the music industry, the only reason why that artist is big is because of the fans. The only reason why that company runs so smoothly is because of the workers. The only reason why this business is thriving is because we consume it, whether it be television, whatever you want to, whatever business it is. We can cripple the power that they think they have by boycotting certain companies. Oh, y'all want to cancel us for certain things? Oh, y'all think that we don't have power? Y'all want to just keep us down here? Nah, man, people are starting to wake up, and I want us to continue to do this with companies. Continue to take our power back, because that's exactly how we fight back, by the dollar, by crippling a dollar, because America is all about a profit. Now watch what happens. They're going to put a lot of discounts out for Disney. They're going to apologize. They're probably going to give Jimmy Kimmel a second chance. I wouldn't be surprised, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's strategize more so we can be more intentional with our spending, because us as consumers run America. That is how capitalism works.
Has anyone else been noticing all these ads for Hulu and Disney Plus all over their FYP right now? Like, this shit came out of nowhere, y'all. My feed is literally full of them. And I've never seen a Disney Plus ad before in my life. Not even once. But now all of a sudden, right after they reported losing over $3 billion because so many people canceled their subscriptions, they're suddenly desperate as hell, y'all. They're pushing this super deal bundle now, right? It's Hulu, Disney Plus, and HBO Max for $16.99. They know they're screwed up, man. People are fed up. And instead of these idiots fixing the real problem, they're just trying to reel us back in with a shiny new little bundle deal. They're a bunch of fucking nimrods if they really think that we're going to sit up here and take their bait. They're not bringing Jimmy back, though they still have to pay him his contract. I think it's like $50 million or something ridiculous like that. So at the end of the day, the joke's on them. They're just losing even more money.
I could care less that Disney lost $3.8 something billion. They ain't even been putting out no good movies lately anyway. People canceling their subscriptions. A lot of people are mad that Jimmy Kimmel was canceled off the air, and Jimmy Kimmel didn't even make a joke about Charlie Kirk. Jimmy Kimmel made a joke about Donald Trump, basically seeming like he don't care about Charlie Kirk, was because when he was asked how was he taking his passing, he said, "Oh man, I'm doing pretty fine, but look at this construction we got going over here." That's crazy. Like multiple times have you seen Donald Trump not care or not show any care towards Charlie Kirk losing his life? Like, he just brushes right over it. So yeah, Disney, y'all should lose billions of dollars. Y'all stuff suck anyway. And also, when it comes to the Fox News host, I believe, or one of the hosts on there, that dude advocated that the homeless should take lethal injections, but yet he still got a job, if I'm not mistaken, right now. I don't see nobody talking. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't see nobody talk about canceling him, because they are calling for the cancellation of him, but he still has a job. Why won't Fox fire him? Because when he said that, the day of, or either the next day, there were two pew-pewings at a homeless encampment. Come on now, y'all. Like, y'all hypocrites, man. The right don't believe in free speech. The right does not believe in free speech. They believe they should have the ability to criticize everyone, but they can't take criticism. They're hypocrites.
So currently right now, Disney is learning the very hard and fun lesson that racism equals brokey. They are currently at a loss of $3 billion plus just today. And they are projected to continue losing, and this is all as a result from the fallout of them canceling Jimmy Kimmel's show indefinitely. I saw the video of one woman who canceled her $150,000 wedding at Disneyland, saying she doesn't get down with this. 150 stacks gone. She said, nope, never again. No more Disneyland, no more cruises. We don't get down with fascism. This is all just like a little restorative for me, at least personally. Because for a long time, I was under the belief that all Disney adults were just too deep in the sauce, like they've drank way too much Kool-Aid. And for a lot of them, that's their bottom line. They will spend anything, do anything for that rat. But to see so many of them revoking their season passes, their cruises, like, that's where the real money is. And it does make me feel a little tickled pink to know that they are doing this. Like, I'm glad to know humanity isn't completely lost to, like, shiny, sparkly things.
Alright guys, there you have it. Actually, Disney just fumbled on the bag, man, and they're getting exactly what they deserve, because how can you attack the First Amendment, freedom of speech? People are actually have a right to their own opinion. And if you look at how this thing actually started, it started when Jimmy Kimmel was making some jokes about how the Orange Man handled the case of CK unaliving. Now, ABC didn't like that, and they cancelled Jimmy Kimmel and his show indefinitely. Since then, people have been going crazy online, on social media, with hashtag boycott Disney, cancel Disney Plus and Hulu subscription, everything Disney, man. And there is a report of a lady who cancelled over 150 million wedding at Disney Park. Can you believe how serious people are with that? This is exactly how you handle these corporations, because as one creator was actually, these people do not hear any other language. The only language they hear is the language of money. And the people have the power in their pockets. It's very funny how all over the world, are actually being controlled by the minority few. Who are controlling the majority many, and this is exactly what's happening. You find that a few elites are controlling what people are doing. This is because of the system that wants you to think that you do not have power, but the power of the people, especially against these corporations, is in the wallet. When you hit them in their wallet, they actually listen, because after people started canceling Disney Plus subscriptions, their Hulu subscriptions, everything Disney fell in value with over $4 billion. Can you believe that? In just 2 days. That is amazing what people can do when they get together, to actually work together. Because Americans are actually saying is that you cannot be attacking freedom of speech. That is one of the rights that actually makes us a democracy. In America, you have the right to freedom of speech because of democracy. You see making fun of the president, and it's allowed, as it's not something too outrageous. People on TV, very many hosts actually do thrive on making jokes, and that's exactly what actually keeps people watching. And Jimmy Kimmel, just like any other presenter, was just, about how the orange man actually handled case, and I guess some powerful people did not actually like that. They decided to pull the strings, make some calls, and the guy was suspended indefinitely, and his show was cancelled, a show that has been on air for decades. Well, what did people do? People responded in massive boycotts, boycotting, Disney studios. Yeah, some actually went that far to protest at Disney studios. And Jimmy Kimmel and his team actually decided to sue Disney for breach of contract for over $1 billion US. Now there are some reports that are coming in that, Disney looking to talk with Jimmy Kimmel. People are reporting that they are seeing a lot of Disney ads, more than they ever actually did. That shows you the power of the wallet. It shows you the power of the people when they decide to actually do something in unison. It has been brought to its knees. They're not to unsubscribe by actually giving them discounts. You go there, log the website, go and they hit you with a discount for $2, from $10 to $2, just to keep you on their platform. If you go and proceed, the website crashes and you're not able to unsubscribe. This is what people have been actually reporting, and this is exactly what's happening. It shows you a company that is desperate, a company that is actually begging people. Yeah, you find out. I'm your presenter, Profess. Let me know in the comments below what you think about today's episode. And as always, see you on the next episode.